Welcome back to the channel, everybody. As you can see, we got the truck and the trailer hooked up, and by the title of this video, you already know what's going on. We're gonna go pick up another car. But first, we gotta get rid of a car. This is a parts Audi that I've had for way too long. I was supposed to part it out, make some money off of it, but I just haven't had time. I'm tired of looking at it. So, we're gonna go take this thing off to the junkyard, go pick up this new project. Now, if you've been following along on the channel, you might be asking yourself, why am I not towing with the 6.4? Well, that's because this thing doesn't have functioning trailer lights or brake lights at all. I don't know what happened, but I can't get any of the brake lights or turn signals to work on the flatbed. As much as I've been enjoying driving this thing, as much as I really want to tow with this thing, I can't. It's just not safe right now. So, something we'll have to tackle very soon. But like I told you guys, we gotta take a break on this thing.
A few moments later.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just hop in it. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I wanted just to let it go. Oh, yeah. Oh, we missed. Oh, well. You gotta do everything yourself here. Otherwise, they charge you 50 bucks to unload. So they take that from your money, which is stupid. So you gotta do things like that sometimes. All right, let's go get the project car.
More moments later.
There she is. Okay, we're hooked to the trailer so we can yank it out of its spot. And then we're gonna get it up to the top of this hill, back the trailer back in, ramp it right on. That's as far as we can go because those straps. Alrighty guys, here she is. 1986 Ford Bronco 2. So there's quite a backstory on this thing actually. That was my buddy John's. He was the guy that you saw in the beginning of the video. John bought this thing years ago and I tried to help him get it running, but I was living with my dad at the time and we couldn't get it running in a decent amount of time, so my dad told me to get rid of it. So we parked it at John's house and it's sat there for about 10 years now. So long story short, I ended up acquiring it from John. We kind of made a trade deal and I took it home. It's gonna be really cool because we couldn't get it running before. My young me couldn't get it running before, and I'm pretty confident I can get it running now. So I don't think I'm gonna keep it. I don't think it's gonna be a channel vehicle unless you guys really like it, but I think it's sick, but it's just gonna need a lot of work. Yeah, so the plan with this thing is just to clean it up and sell it so we can put some money into the other vehicles and the other projects we got going on and enjoy them and not be stuck in the garage building vehicles. So with that being said, we're gonna try and get this thing running tonight, or at least tinker with it a little bit and see what we got going on. I got Cole here. He was here when we started the Bronco, my Bronco, when I first picked it up. So we're pretty good at it.
She's cooking, dude.
So, let's try and get this thing started. Gotta move Cole's new daily real quick. This thing's clean. Makes me miss my 836. All right, we got the head cam on so we can get to going on this thing. We're ready to start it. We took the hood off because it wasn't bolted down. We just threw it on the flatbed. I'm gonna steal the battery out of the Bronco. We're gonna see what happens. Is this thing not strapped down? Oh, okay.
Never has been.
Never was. God, look how clean this thing is, dude. Actually, you know what? Let's see if this thing starts. Let's see if the Holley Sniper Bronco starts after it's sitting for months. Ooh, the Bronco kind of smells like an old Bronco. That's not good. It's got some must in here, dude. Oh, it smells like gear oil. That's why my tote's open back there. I forgot. Okay. Oh, 11.8 volts. This might not be the good battery.
Yeah, man, you know what's actually crazy about this type of stuff, man, is when you work really hard on something and, you know, do it right the first time, it delivers. It delivers, dude.
Now, what's crazy is when you get rid of all the early 80s EFI junk and put it with put modern EFI in it, they're just great trucks.
Yeah, whatever you gotta tell yourself, man. No, dude, listen, trust me, man. Trust me. Ancient Aliens guy, I can make the Ford EFI work. This is specifically for all the boomers that are like, if you don't understand the factory Ford.
I've only, to be fair, I've only seen that in the Facebook groups. I've had a lot of positive feedback on my sniper videos.
Oh, that's cool.
I've had a lot of people go, hell yeah, I can't wait to do mine now. Yeah, so it's been good. It's been nice.
She got some mark to her too.
Oh yeah. Makes you understand why V8s are cool. Yeah. You know, why they like them. Tell you what, I wish we could Holley Sniper this thing. I don't think they make a Holley Sniper for a V6. Yeah, early EFI, my friend. Oh, this also has an intake for the, oh no, that's cold air intake. See, it goes in, ducts to here. Oh wait, is this tied down? No, wait. No.
No, it was just welded.
Just wedged. I think this is the last of Battery Guy's good batteries.
Yeah, they're not very good anymore.
No, they sure aren't. This is the same battery I bought from him when I bought the Bronco.
Really?
Yeah. It died on me once, but I charged it up and it's been fine ever since. Well, it died on me a couple times when the Bronco like sat for those couple years. Dude, the cool thing about this thing is they left the keys in the ignition.
Yeah.
They would have been long gone. Oh, and the other cool thing about this thing is it's got a vintage can of starting fluid. Actually, no, first things first, let's try and get this window up.
All right.
Because this passenger window's been down for 10 years.
Yeah, what's one more?
Oh, come on. Shit. Can you help it?
It's trying.
Is it?
I can hear it.
Did you just pick that up yourself? Yeah. Well, why didn't...
Well, because it's the thing, the motor's running. Okay, turn it off.
It's off. Sick. Ready?
Yeah.
Now crank.
Bump it.
I'm bumping it. No crank. Yeah, we jumped at the starter relay to see if the starter relay relayed. That's what I was gonna do next. It didn't look like it wanted to crank though. Like it looked like it gave it juice to crank. So we did this on the other Bronco because the other Bronco didn't have an ignition, remember?
We just unignitioned it.
No, it had a completely missing steering column, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because the tweaker tried to get his keys out and yeah. Well, we can find out if it's bad coil, bad starter, just by taking this starter wire off and touching it to the battery. So let's do that real quick. All right, let's see. Starter's locked up.
Yeah, starter's definitely locked up. Okay, get your finest mallet out.
There's a big hoss.
I wonder. All right, here comes power. Nothing.
Bummer. Starters probably aren't cheap. Oh!
Okay, well there's power now.
What'd you touch?
I touched the actual terminal and not the fucking...
Okay. Try it again. Hold it a little more. Don't let it weld, but... No, starter's fucked. Let's make sure this motor spins. Actually, maybe we should check oil first. And be like, man, what kind of revival channel is this? That's got good oil. Good clean oil in it. Look at that. John must have changed the oil at my house.
Nah, that's just hot water, man.
All right, here we go. Oh, I got a fucking sway bar in the way.
Of course.
Oh yeah, she turns pretty good. Oh shit. That was pretty easy.
So we got a starter problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, she turns.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So we got a starter problem.
Yep. All right, so the starter is bad on the Bronco. We're not gonna be able to crank it and see if this thing runs until we get a starter. So unfortunately, we gotta already start spending some money in this thing. Since we scrapped that Audi earlier in this video, we actually got a pretty decent amount of money for it because it was a complete vehicle. We didn't have it like gutted like I normally do when I scrap cars. So I got 300 bucks for it. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna say this $300 goes into parts on this Bronco, and we're not gonna spend any more on that, and we're gonna see what we can turn it into. Unfortunately, a new starter is about $90, so we're already taking a third of our budget pretty much just to get this thing to start. So, all right guys, so it's actually been a few days. We couldn't source a starter the night that we were trying to mess with it, and I realized that this thing is filthy. It's covered in a bunch of spider webs and all sorts of gunk. So right now, I wanna pressure wash this thing and get her cleaned up. guys, the Bronco cleaned up really, really well. I'm really happy with it. I also spent a lot of time off camera underneath the thing, getting all the gunk out from underneath. It wasn't that bad, but I knew there's some spider webs and some bugs and stuff under there. So I want to keep cleaning it. But in the meantime, I kind of want to tear into the starter and see if I can rebuild it myself. I've never done it before, or maybe bench test it. Try to make it work without having to go buy a new $90 starter, because that'll really blow the budget, and I'm sure this thing's gonna need more than just a starter. It also needs a battery, because right now we're just borrowing my Bronco's battery. Probably gonna need a fuel pump, probably gonna need fresh fuel. So $300 is, it's a really low budget, so we're gonna have to figure out how to be resourceful. All right, so I decided before I tear into it, I'm gonna bench test it real quick and make sure it actually functions and go from there. Looks like a damn mess. All right. Oh, it actually works. Cool. Don't have to buy a starter. Let's go give it a shot. All right, before we bug bomb the interior, I'm gonna start cleaning it out a little bit, vacuum out some of the stuff and get rid of some of like a bunch of random boxes that are in there. So let's start doing that. Alrighty guys, that thing cleaned up really, really well. I'm really happy with it. I did say earlier I was gonna bug bomb it, but after reading the instructions, it'll take like 2 hours. I don't really got time for that. I don't know, I feel like they're just a little oversized for that little guy, so we're not gonna do it. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, this passenger window has been rolled down pretty much the entire time it's sat, so almost 9 years. Actually over 9 years, almost 10 years. So it's pretty musty in there. There's some mold on the carpet and stuff. The seats and the carpet for sure at least have to come out, if not more. So I think I'll just kind of take care of the bugs at that time. The sun's finally starting to set, which means here soon all this shade here will be across the whole driveway, and it'll be a lot cooler and a lot nicer in the backyard. So once we're at that point, we'll throw the starter in now that we know it spins, and kind of do some more inspecting and see if we can get this thing to start. I'm gonna go get some dinner, and we'll come back and keep wrenching. All right, so I was in the process of replacing the starter, and I realized the battery cable has been replaced just by like an off-the-shelf AutoZone one. And it's got a massive ring lug on the end of her. I realized that there's not a lot of surface area like on the copper itself. So I'm gonna switch out the ring with this one. It'll give us much more contact, and maybe that'll help the starter spin a little better too. I recently acquired a new hydraulic crimper instead of my big handheld one. The handheld one's fun, but this one is definitely a lot more convenient, that's for sure. Wasn't paying attention to push the wire out. I'm gonna need some heat shrink over that. It's still crimped. Definitely need some heat shrink though. Okay. Starter is now hooked up. It's just me here, so we're gonna try and do a solo start. All right. Turn the key on. Let's see if we got, oh, come on. I routed the cable a little differently, so I might have to call it and try another time. All right, here, let's see if there's a different way to route this cable. I don't know if I'm really doing anything here. Maybe just tuck it up. I don't really remember how this cable is routed. There we go, that should do it. I'm gonna be a little confused if this doesn't crank though. Oh, maybe it's a bad ground. Come on. Give me spin. Spin, 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 spin. Turn, you stupid engine. All right, to be continued, I guess. Alrighty guys, unfortunately we didn't have any luck and I am just straight out of time. A little bit of a bummer. I was really hoping I can get that starter to spin because we got it to spin on the bench. Maybe it's a bad ground. That's why it's sparking so much. I don't really know, but we'll get it soon enough. That's for sure. This thing already cleaned up quite a bit. It doesn't look like kind of out of place in the yard anymore, so that's good. Yeah, pretty solid. Stay tuned for next week's video. We're gonna try and get this thing running properly and then post her up for sale. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.